Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, maddening Propagandacast from me, your host and Pearl Dane, Master Propaganda, hero, psych, defender of the fatherland, off with an exciting 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. In the north, it's Wuff, fighting off the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the elite Panzerlehr Panzerdivision, tasked with breaking the Allied advance and pushing them back into the English Channel. In the south, it's TwistedTootsy, most twisted of Tootsies, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. The 2nd Infantry Division under assault by the Panzerlehr, with recon support immediately chosen here. TwistedTootsy, of course, is more known for his mechanized players, which, of course, are rather unique and aggressive, but he can also play other stuff. In this case, recon support with bazooka, dart truck, and Scott bulletins versus Wuff's fortifications, Overwatch, and Luftwaffe ground forces with double infantry and some Jaeger light infantry squad bulletins. Falcon is heading westwards, so the Sturm Party is well going to focus on the cemetery and the resources held within there. Eastwards bound, we got TwistedTootsy's rearguards and rifle, with more rearguards on the way there for TwistedTootsy. We might see some INR Pathfinders there in the early game. We shall find out soon enough, I imagine. But certainly worth noting, he goes for double rearguards, allowing him to that way get out troops fast and just seize territory fast. And there you go, following into the INR Pathfinders. So off we are here to the races with TwistedTootsy and Wuff. Tank traps here by the eastern fuel point to set up a defensive barrier. There'll likely be some Bart White, of course, to nice set cover to Wuff for future engagement. Towards the moving head from the Calf Point, seizing the western fuel point there as well. Nicely timed there by Wuff. Pathfinder sending out there will obviously be goes for more, or he might plan something else. But while they go up in the tank trap, so far no engagements, as both players are focused on securing their half of the map. So nothing too extreme there. Also, big thanks to Peter for pledging on Patreon and supporting the Propagandacast. Big thanks to you, Peter. You are part of my company of heroes. Pathfinder here as the Fulton Committee is. First engagement, first shot here at the 2-minute mark. Cat, by the way, lying a bit sulking there at the entrance to my room. Clearly wants some attention. Possibly some food. But it's not his dinner time yet, you fat bastard. Anyways, moving about here in the east and in the west. Fulton's laying down sandbags there. 4th Fulton squad way there for Wuff. Standard Oberkommando West opening. As for TwistedTootsy, is there truly anything really standard about that fellow? I sure don't know. Well, in a sense, there's a TwistedTootsy standard, but, you know, that's not really what we call standard compared to most other people's. Anyways, Fulton does rifle here, caught a bit off guard there. Might have still have a chance there, but it could be a win here for the rifle. There you go, already Jurgen drops dead. In the west, though, Fulton moving up, caught with the reactions, so they're laying down sandbags. Fighting continued, the Pathfinders are winning this one thanks to their marksman abilities. Reactions routed, Sturm Pioneers moving up. Oh, they're mining actually. Not a bad idea there. Trot on the way there for Wuff. Could be battle group headquarters, could be mechanized here versus TwistedTootsy. More engagements in the east. TwistedTootsy is setting up for something there clearly. And it's going to be the captain there. Company command post up. So that'll be where he's going to push a bit harder for now. Might be planning some fast tough attacks, pack houses. Then again, with recon support, you can just call in both anti-tank guns. Oh, actually not anti-tank now. It's pack houses with this one. And of course, get paratroopers as well. So we'll have to see what ends up specifically with TwistedTootsy. Sturm Pioneers flanking in. The Pathfinders are down to 2 men, are routed in the end. Wuff is getting good control of the western side of the map. The east side is not looking too rubbish either for Wuff here and the Panzerlehr Panzerdivision. Reactions coming out of the Fulton Committees, trucks standing by there. We'll have to see what it ends up with. Of course, also depends on what he's expecting here from TwistedTootsy. But he knows his opponent's got INR Pathfinders, which could indicate Greyhounds. Some players really like the Greyhounds. So there's a high likelihood he's going to go for that, in which case Wuff could be incentivized towards going mechanized to get out a Puma to counter that. But no, it's going to be battle group headquarters. Again, not a bad choice either. But he could have gone for mechanized regiment in a particular move to again try and counter and cut off any sort of Greyhounds here that TwistedTootsy could be aiming for. We'll have to see, of course, if he does go there, but I'd not be too surprised. Back here, though, reinforcement. Now he's going for the lieutenant. Alright, TwistedTootsy here is certainly the most twisted of Tootsies. And, of course, the rifleman dead. He's a bit short on infantry already. Certainly a win there for Wuff, who's got comparatively a lot more infantry than TwistedTootsy, especially when you consider half of TwistedTootsy's infantry, well, air quotes, is re-echelons compared to the Fulton. These not exactly wildly equal. And what is this? We got a fighting position next to the entrance of Wuff's base, and he's firing rifle grenades, getting a 50 caliber. What on... What madness is this? I mean, I'm imagining it's the madness people come here to see, but good God. That's outside of the box. I mean, hell, that's outside of the box factory. And he's going to try and steal it. Ooh. Good God. That is straight up Art Nouveau. Captain reinforcing, Lieutenant out, Flak hafting away there for Wuff, but how will he handle that? His Flak has been stolen by the most twisted of Tootsies. It means he effectively can't use half of his base because it's been covered by the 2-centimeter Flak that Twisted Tootsie stolen. My God, someone call the police. It's effectively drawing in most of Wuff's forces towards his base, allowing Twisted Tootsie potentially to seize most of the map in the process. That is absolutely straight up mad genius. Now he's going to try to go for it. He's going to rush it. He's going to rush it. Oh, can he do it though? Flag in place from the opening up. Of course, got the flank position also covering up partly there. He's going to try and get close enough though with the flame. Incendiary grenades there. There we go. One squad gets close. Two squads, in fact, pop the incendiary grenades, clearing out the flak in place. Now I'm trying to take out the fighting position with another set of incendiary grenades. In the west, we've got Steel Pioneers, the captain using the cover their Wuff laid down previously. Flak half tag moving up. Twisted Tootsie could go here for the airdrop combat group. First one there being routed. Flak emplacement good to go, but he's still burning, killing Wuff's own men. He's so desperately to deny to Twisted Tootsie. He's willing to have his own men turned into a crisp. The madness is real. In the west here, Flak half-track with Steel Pioneers are pushing back Twisted Tootsie's forces, but the main fight is still over this one Flak emplacement at the very edge of Wuff's base. It looks like he's denied it for now. But we got resistance being up. There's going to be more rifle grenades. There's going to be another attempt to clear out the Flak emplacement. In the center, 50 caliber securing the victory point here. In the west, mines going down there for Wuff. This secures the road point there. And we got the airdrop combat group for Twisted Tootsie opening up for pack counters and paratroopers. And here we are again. Rifle grenades being prepared to clear out the Flak emplacement once more. Good God. And he's repairing it as well. Flak after reinforcements coming up the flank against any sort of naughtiness. Lieutenant's going to be caught in the line of fire here. Point blank, 20-centimeter Flak. That is obviously not going to end up well here for the Lieutenant. Fox doing here with the 50 cover, clearing out. Very good. Rifle grenades off of the Flak half track, not doing enough. Also importantly, drawing away fire from the Flak emplacement. Reactions there being absolutely shredded. 50 caliber right here in the center of the stream push through, and we got a Greyhound out as well here now for Twisted Tootsie, striking back hard for freedom and democracy. Flak in place there, trying to clear out the fighting position. Rifle grenade killing Fultz Grenadiers here. Greyhound's going to rush in. I like to go for that Flak half track. So much Flak. And there we go. Fighting position is down. Twisted Tootsie's gamble didn't quite fully work out, but I still think it had some sort of psychological effect there on Wuff. Just going, my God, what is this Mensch thinking? Has he gone mad? To which, of course, the answer is yes. So there you go, being pushed back into his base here by the Greyhound. Wuff just been so focused on the fighting position, he's completely just, I think, blanked out the possibility of a Greyhound as well. He's got no anti-tank weapon. Now again, all his resources, all his efforts was on that fighting position, and now he's just, Twisted Tootsie is a few steps ahead of him in this case, it seems, and Wuff's going to have to do something drastic to try and regain initiative here. Fultons versus paratroopers here, no sign of any upgrades. Flak emplacement cleared out again. Twisted Tootsie does not relent. He does not stop. He shows no mercy. Paratroopers routed here by the Fultons Grenadiers and the Flak half track. 2 kills there. I imagine Wuff's going to try and have to go for a kidnapper soon enough to have a chance at stopping this little bastard. What is... Oh! God, he did it! He crewed it again, but this time using the vehicle crew! What on earth? Fifth Cav there being routed, focusing a bit of trouble here in the centre, and once more the base is getting assaulted by the Flak emplacement. That is just absolutely bonkers. McKenna's on the way there for Wuff. What will he do? Whatever shall he do? Back here, the troops are reinforcing now. We've got an ambulance on the way there for TwistedTootsy to help make up for some of the damage there. Beacon's going down as well. There we go. He's going to try and assault here the Flak emplacement, get close with incendiary grenades, and he does pull it off. And there we go. It's going to go down in a few moments. But it suffered quite a bit of damage. Question is, how much more abuse can it suffer before it is completely gone? He's going to mine up here the entrance. He's had enough. He has had enough. The madness stops here. Wuff draws the line in the sand. Anyways, troops heading out. Flak half-tech good to go. Troops reinforcing as well. Mine done. Truck setting out. That's going to be a straight punted quarters. You might even just set it up here just to completely shore up the possibility of TwistedTootsy doing anything else there. And the mine goes off, ruining all of Wuff's efforts. Oh no. But there you go, McKenna for signals to TwistedTootsy that maybe, just maybe, the way is a bit more bumped than it was previously. Since clearly, a 2 cm flak is not going to deter TwistedTootsy from doing anything. Fulton versus the Greyhound. Veterans 1-3 kills, we have some chatty 14 to the Fulton communities. Back here, reinforcement going on. We got medics as well here for Wuff. And the Panzer Panzer. We got a beacon right next to the base. And there you go. Greyhound takes a mine hit. Could go down here. 50 Cav's going to sit up. Can he take out with the Flak and half-tack first? And oh, he gets it. He gets it. But needs to pull out the Flak half-tack before the 50 Cav with the ammo-piercing round to take it out. Is Wuff paying attention there to it though? Also got the pack out in action here for TwistedTootsy. Good God, this match is already completely off the handle. Lieutenant about here with full Scundiers. Back here we got troops reinforcing healing. Shots flying back and forth. Flak half-track being hauled forward here by Wuff in an attempt to stop the Yankee menace. To contain the living embodiment of absolute chaos, this TwistedTootsy. Lieutenant here being routed by the Sturm Pioneers and the Flak half-track veterans won their 7 kills. Shroud punch cords on the cuff point here. Seems like Wuff has decided that the right base entrance is finally safe. Mission accomplished. Oh no. Rierson's moving ahead here with the 5th Cavalry until we got Paratroopers ready as well. We've got light machine guns finally being added there. Wrecking the beacon, I think, there with the Flak emplacement. Points being secure there. Back and forth between the 2 victory points. Actually reasonably close, but slightly favourite there for TwistedTootsy. Who's also getting on more fuel. Rierson's right into the Flak emplacement here, capturing up the west side. Could hit some mines, and there we go. Half the remaining unit gone. Paratroopers have the full spin on the east. That's going to be a win there since they got cover and the Germans do not. Usually tends to be a very good indicator of who's going to win. Like if you're elite infantry with light machine guns and cover versus not elite with nothing else but rifles, you're usually winning. Oh, Cat went down to the Flak emplacement though. Pretty unfortunate there for TwistedTootsy. Great stuff there for Wuff. And the Panzer here. Back here healing enforcement. Tag up as well down there for TwistedTootsy. Can begin pushing for tanks already or Scots or whatever he wants. Pack cars are there. Close to the front line. TwistedTootsy knows no fear. He knows no mercy. Fulton is moving out west. Line for going away there for Wuff. He's bringing up his own artillery to match TwistedTootsy's guns. Pack car to find way. Media moving out. Flak half-track with 10 kills, closing in on Veteran C2. That's going to be helpful there for Wuff. Less helpful for TwistedTootsy. 5th Cav holding up things there. That's different where some artillery would be nice. Pack out at the foot of that 5th Cav. Oh, Flak half-track aiming against that, but he's going to need, I think, some artillery just cleared out. Lightning for gun is almost done. March being laid down to cover up the flank here. Not a bad idea at all. 5th Cav, though, is actually taking some serious damage here for the Flak half-track. And in fact is almost wiped out here. And there we go. It goes down. It goes down. Could Wuff steal the 50 caliber and turn it against his American opponent. That would certainly help out Wuff a lot here. TwistedTootsy could go for any armor he wanted to actually, but so far has shown himself less interested in that right away, despite having tech for it. Oh, he's done it again! The bastard! He's done it again! He's cleared out the Flak emplacement and stolen it again! Gott im Himmel! How can he keep getting away with this? Flag emplacement is dead, which actually creates more problems for Wuff, and now he can essentially walk straight into Wuff's space. So we'll have to see if he does that, because that could really give Wuff some problems. Unfortunately, I need to get away that pack out while he's doing some incredible damage here. Jackson on the way there for TwistedTootsy, up expecting some sort of armor here from Wuff. We'll obviously it's going to be Panther Falls or Panthers. Fifth cavalry positioning. Obviously does not want to get blown to bits by the Americans. Back here, reinforcements going for TwistedTootsy. Jackson almost done. No upgrade yet, and we got Wuff with the doctrine. It is fortifications. Opening out for more safely positioned Flak emplacement. Use the machine gun bunker to at least shore up the right entrance to the base after TwistedTootsy's constant harassment and raids. Pathfinders are slowly approaching the ace level here. Jackson down there for TwistedTootsy and the 2nd Infantry Division. Giving Wuff and the Panzerlayer Panzer showing grey hairs on their head. We'll have to see what Wuff does use the doctrine from. And you can imagine some S-mines, possibly some big artillery. And I guess a pack for the field could also happen, but with pack outs as bad, I mean, they could run some issues. We've got a pass all the way for Wuff. Jackson headed for the Flak half track. Shot missed, luckily for Wuff. Victory points wise, the lead between TwistedTootsy and Wuff is starting to get bigger in favour of TwistedTootsy as Wuff is lagging further and further behind here. Again, TwistedTootsy, through these constant harassment assaults on the Eastern Point, has very much been able to just constantly seize the initiative away from Wuff in a manner that is absolutely spectacularly ballsy and cheeky, but that very much is TwistedTootsy. Pack for the field on the way here for Wuff. It might be a bit on the defensive side. I mean, it's going to really require them TwistedTootsy to attack straight ahead at him, and I don't know. Plus the pack out could theoretically just bombard it to bits anyways. So I'm not entirely sure if the pack 43 is the exact right choice right now against TwistedTootsy. I mean, at a certain point maybe, but right now it does have the potential of being a bit too early. We'll have to see what it ends up with here, though. Compared to the taking minor losses from German artillery here, we got 4 kills in the lightning gun, and we can see here that the TwistedTootsy is very intent on trying to silence it, which would definitely be a bit unfortunate for Wuff if that happened. Ooh, light machine gun drop. Could see the Patriots. Nope, retreated. Lieutenant's going to rush for it. Machine gun setting up here, but won't be fast enough. And there you go. The lightning gun crew does expire under intense American artillery here from the pack howitzer. Light machine secured by the lieutenant. Very good there for TwistedTootsy. Push out the west side with infantry, possibly some marchers to clear out any mines. Wuff is laid down. Very good. Flak half track that could be rushed in to contain this advance, and needs a bit more harassment as well, though worth noting. Again, due to the way TwistedTootsy has been able to control the flow of the battle, Wuff has not really been able to consider even harassing TwistedTootsy's fuel. I mean, really, these base raids have been absolutely insidious and insane on a lot of levels. It's not just been an aimless kind of madness. There's been sort of specific, insidious purpose with them, a malignant hand driving them. Enemies reactions are being rounded by the Flak half track and the Sturm Pioneers. Almost taking out the reaction squad. In fact, gets the wipe. That's definitely helpful there for Wuff. I mean, it is reassurance, but you know, still, it's one unit less that can grab territory away from Wuff, plus one less unit could repair and do other stuff. So I mean, you know, unit wipe is a unit wipe in the end. Caught another beacon here. TwistedTootsy has been very efficient with laying down a lot of beacons. Sherman almost done there for TwistedTootsy and the 2nd Infantry. Jackson moving ahead here. Artillery calling to rout out Wuff's machine gun crew. Not a bad idea at all. Artillery fire raining down in the house there, threatening to collapse it in. Not quite succeeding. In the east, Fultz comes to the lieutenant, but already low numbers, and pack house is not exactly helping the situation either. Betching 14 kills. Jackson falling back, and you can see there Wuff's light infantry gun is back in action. By the way, note he cancelled the Panther 4 previously, like he's going to go for the Panther instead. Oh, there's the option. You might try and play for a King Tiger, I guess. Sherman's going to move ahead and down. It's going to get spotted by the Pack 43. At least get fired at, and there you go. Half health already. Pack 43 will be able to finish off. While the Kidnap with Panther first might have a shot. Oh, never mind. Shouldn't go away with that. Lightning's going to find a way. Note, he's not actually barraging with his Lightning. Comparatively, I would say TwistedTootsy showing himself being very good at barraging with his pack howitzer. Still, some nasty engagements here. A lot of back and forth in the east. Lieutenant up, and there you go. Caught by the 5th Caliber and Fultz Grenadiers. And that's going to be a full rout there. Might also want to pull back the line for going to the base for a bit of healing and reinforcement. It's not going to take much more than a sneeze from TwistedTootsy to kill the crew. Creeping heavily Kidney for a bold move there by Wuff. Mines up here. Flak half-tack on the west side of the cemetery. There you go. Jackson spotted by Kidney for 88. And the rocket pierces the thin frontal armor and sends it's going away. TwistedTootsy going for another Sherman, building up a large armored force of which to threaten to crumble Wuff. At least for now, it seems like he's given up on the right side of the base. But then again, this could all be part of a longer mind game where all of a sudden he just hits it really, really hard and threatens to take out Wuff's headquarters, maybe the Bad Wolf headquarters. I mean, that's not impossible. Maggie here versus the Fultz Grenadiers on the west. You got ace paratroopers there being attacked from several sides. Needs to retreat them soon. We got grenading attempt. He was apparently expecting his opponent to run through the house here, but that did not happen. 13 kills on the Pathfinders. There you go. Panther on the way for Wuff and the Panzerlehr Panzerdivision. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Sherman hammering away here, and we got the 2nd Sherman almost on as well for TwistedTootsy. Granate off. Fultz are being slowly shot to bits, and there you go. Pushed back by TwistedTootsy's forces. Sherman sending out here. Troops healing and enforcing. Panther halfway done there for Wuff for the fatherland. Still loads of infantry allowed there for Wuff. Comparatively, TwistedTootsy struggling a bit in the infantry department. He's essentially got Pathfinders, Pack 43, paratroopers. I mean, why did he call that Pack 43? Because, well, I guess my mind just sort of go, hang on, that's getting bombarded, Dane. You want to talk about the Pack 43 as well at the same time, Dane. I'm your brain and I'm amazing. Anyways, Sherman running through here, the lines, taking advantage of the distraction of the Pack 43 to completely launch an assault here. There you go. Jackson opening up there. Shermans are blasting at the infantry. Panthers arriving here for Wuff for the fatherland. Can he turn the tide? Can he stop the onslaught of TwistedTootsy and democracy? Panther 14 gating the Sherman there, targeting what's easy to deal with, but he might want to, I guess, prioritize the Jackson instead, since that's the bigger threat to the Panther long term. We'll have to see. Great hit there. Panther passed off on the Sherman, damage the engine as well. Panther with no damage suffered so far. Could maybe sneak up some extra hits in the Sherman. There you go, another hit off. Casualties piling up for Wuff there. One Fultz Grenadier squad has perished. There you go, almost got the Sherman. They should be able to finish that one off. There we go. Jackson shoots. Sherman shoots. Fultz Grenadiers spotting for the Panther and... oh, misses it! What rotten luck. Just going to try and scrap that one, I think. Sherman down. Sherman down. A small win there for Wuff. He could consider howitzer, you know, some heavy artillery, so that way maybe try to deal with the Pack 43 and also any other elements here that TwistedTootsy might be sneaking about. And again, he may just ignore it. Flak after they're clearing out the Lieutenant in the west. TwistedTootsy there does have a tendency of struggling with unit preservation with his infantry. That is kind of one of his weak spots, if you will. And it's quite here something he was able to take advantage of. And now TwistedTootsy is just down to Pathfinders and a Paratroop squad. But there you go. Second airdrop combat group, which could mean double pack houses, by the way, which would be an absolute nightmare for Wuff's infantry. Plus, of course, 2 Paratrooper squads, which would be, you know, pretty solid infantry. Back here, healing reinforcement going on there. For TwistedTootsy moving out again with another armoured assault. The short 1 Sherman. In the face of Wuff and the Panzerkampfwagen 5, the Model A, which you can tell from the well, exhaust pipes. I think some of them are radiator pipes, by the way. This sort of exhaust that sort of indicates is the Model A, since the Model D, which is the first model, had a slightly simpler look to it, and the Model G has a sort of, shall we say, chin to the turret, mantlet, sort of to help prevent shots from getting deflected into the top of the tank, which was a problem the King Tiger's early turret also suffered from. But they just completely changed the turret entirely. Shamnay gaining veterans who won, 7 kills, Panther first off. But again, you can see there, TwistedTootsy is constantly looking to just put pressure on Wuff by attacking his base. And that actually has a psychological effect, since most players tend to view their base as their safe space, their safe place. And so if you keep disrupting contact, attacking that, it puts your opponent on edge. And of course, it just leaves them feeling a lot less safe. So by doing this, TwistedTootsy is just constantly looking to just leave Wuff uncomfortable, unsure of things. And of course it all just shows the absolutely sheer audacity of TwistedTootsy. But there you go. Double pack howitzers. Not 1, but 2. That's really bad news for Wuff's infantry and support weapons. Since the pack howitzers, of course, are really good. And 2 of them is really, really good. So Wuff's going to have to do something here to turn the tide around. Likely some Panther Force and then some sort of good assault with some infantry in tow, if it survives so long. But there you go. Wuff is going to try and silence the Schwerpanzer quarters there with a flurry of artillery. Paratroop engaging Falcons here by the western side. Jackson moving ahead here, awfully close to hitting the mine, but not quite. Schwerpanzer quarters down to less than half health. What will Wuff do? What can he do? Noting now that TwistedTootsy's pack howitzer is veteran fleeter's ace. Unit down here for TwistedTootsy, small win for Wuff, and we got, calling in cluster bombs here, where Wuff has got most of his squishy units situated. Really nasty there. Almost wipes the Fulton squad. Line for gun somehow managed to survive it all. Flak half tech 10 great hits in, each pops work and pull back. Paratroops hit the mine, not the Jackson. Flak after the managed to survive the madness. Panther could have gone in there, but it's all down to half health, so maybe just held it back. But yeah, TwistedTootsy is looking pretty solid at the moment. Just constantly attacking, constantly keeping up pressure, and just being very difficult for Wuff to predict, because that's really just, you know, one of the best strengths an attacker can have, besides just being able to manage a large-scale attack. But it's just basically being unpredictable. The less predictable you are when you're attacking, the harder it is, of course, for your opponent. Then you set up a good defense. That's actually a really good thing to have. So, again, very nice. We can see there's more mines on here from now on the eastern side of the base there from Wuff. Again, he is paranoid. I mean, you could easily imagine just waking up in the middle of the night and just worrying that, you know, TwistedTootsy is just going to come barging in for his door in the middle of the night. At this stage. Again, we're taking hits here from the Shermans until the fire raining down. The side of the line for gun is not quite having the same impact as the pack houses are. Arcade have a crew down in the match at the moment. Too much firepower there as Wuff is attacking head on. And in this regard, Wuff probably needs to consider attacking from other angles rather than head on here. That's probably one of his big mistakes. In this regard, you sort of compare the attacks of the two, whereas TwistedTootsy tries to attack from different angles and, you know, unexpected places. Wuff is very much attacking head on. So I think there's some crucial differences there. But to lose the Fulton squad, that'll be bad. We got another Panther on the way. The Wuff, that's going to be double Panthers, and there you go. Fulton is down. Wuff's forces are being bled dry here by TwistedTootsy. Trying to fix up the Scrap Punch course there, even as the artillery fire is raining down upon it. Troops healing, reinforcing here. Sherman's being fixed up. Second Panther almost done. Can Wuff turn the tide with double Panthers? Oh, it's not impossible. Bit of firing about here. Panther almost done. Oh, the Sturm Pioneers went down. Now Wuff is nowhere repairing his tanks and vehicles. That is nasty. 4 and 21 kills trying to wreck the Academy for TwistedTootsy clearly does not need it. At least he doesn't think he does. But there you go. Panthers moving ahead here. Oh, no. Careful, Wuff here. He needs to conduct this properly, not in piecemeal, because that just means TwistedTootsy can defeat his forces in detail, which is really not what Wuff should be allowing right now. Panther is only down to half health. He's got the armor cores ready, but it just means it's going to have less of a potential long-term effect. There you go. Panthering up again. Another Panthering in there. Then to split up here. TwistedTootsy's armored forces. This could actually work out now for Wuff. Panther going for the Jackson. Panther going for the Sherman. There you go. One Sherman down. Oh, could this be a comeback for Wuff? For the Panzer-led Jackson getting ready to aid for round between fire. Could try and destroy the pack houses actually instead. I mean, that would be a bad choice. Oh dear, he's going to go too far. Needs to fall back, Wuff, fall back. Scheiße. Crushing troops here, but oh, he gets the Jackson. He does get it. In fact, oh, but comes the Sherman. Panther down, Sherman down to half health. I mean, he did get one Sherman and the Jackson, but at this stage, you don't really feel like Wuff could have fought more loss. In fact, he's just lost another infantry squad. He's barely got anything left now. And the pack houses, which I would say remain one of the bigger threats, are still operable as well, so yeah. I mean, right now, Wuff has almost nothing left. He needs infantry badly. He needs to kill more of TwistedTootsy stuff very badly as well. Sturmpanzer will help repair the Panther. We got the 5th Cavalry opening up here. Lightning going blasting away close to Veteran 2. Paratroop being routed here by the Panther. 6 kills, Veterans 1. Most of TwistedTootsy forces have for now retreated back to the base, so rather than hang about, they're getting blasted. As he rebuilds, he's just like going to try and set up for another big push here against Wuff. He's about to call Wuff TwistedTootsy. That'd be a bit twisted. Sturm Pioneer sending out here. Pack houses being hauled forwards again. Infantry being up the west side. Another Jackson way there for TwistedTootsy. But honestly, I think he should have not gone for the Jackson. He should just try and destroy the pack houses, since they are really giving Wuff's infantry a very hard time. And Wuff needs infantry as well. Plus, he wouldn't have lost the other Panther, and I think in that regard, also just having 2 Panthers would have been much more valuable for Wuff in the longer run. But there you go. Panther being fixed up. Ceasing rest of victory point. There we got 395. This is 295. Definitely still a lead here for TwistedTootsy. At least Wuff has been able to slightly close the lead between the two. Not by a lot though, but at least a bit. Flak after they can't see what's going on. Needs someone to get close to the spot for it. Needs them up close itself. Second Jackson almost down there for TwistedTootsy. Troops charging ahead here. Troops are being suppressed by the 5th Cavalry. Panther opening up. Artillery raining down. Grenades going off. Western victory point secured. Flak half attack being repaired. Will Wuff try and go for another Panther? Will he go for Jagdpanzer? Will he go for a Panzer IV? Panzer IV might be necessary, but he probably shows as a mobile gun. Flak after they're getting blasted by the artillery. Sturm Pioneers need to get away from there though. Oh no, he's going to lose another one, isn't he? Also, he's not. He's going to try and go for the Panther IV. Might not be able to do so in the time. Panther moving up. Machine there out to get taken out. Panther versus the Sherman. Jackson supporting the Sherman though. Getting the Sherman there from the edge up there. Sturm Pioneers wiped again. Those pack houses have proven themselves to be absolutely monstrous this fight. And a very good investment there for TwistedTootsy, considering everything. I mean, airdrop combat group is definitely very good with those. So right now, Wuff is in a pretty precarious situation. I mean, he's obviously not out of the fight yet. I mean, Panther and a Panther 4, they can just rebuild some of his forces because they'll have a good chance. We can sort of exploit TwistedTootsy's weaker unit preservation here with the infantry if we catch some units off guard, but he does need to consider attacking from other angles than just head on. I think that is definitely making it a lot easier for TwistedTootsy to defend. I mean, right when we began moving up the Panther, it certainly began going a lot better than just attacking head on. Now the Sturm Pioneer squad for Wuff and the German Panzerwaffe continue to sort here with the paratroopers, shredding its way through Wuff's remaining infantry here. Panther 4 is nearby though. Pioneer's ready. Schwerpanzer Corps is now gone. And the Flak half-track is finally put out its mystery as well here. Panzer is shown in a tricky pickle. As TwistedTootsy in the 2nd Infantry is very much in the warpath here. Pathfinder is just ambushing about, sneaking about, making height there for Wuff to find them, and of course just cutting off territory. And there you go. Panther being flanked with the Jackson's being flanked by the Panther. Got the wrong way around. Panther won't be up. Attempted here with the cluster bombs to stop. The Panther almost works here, but he's still going to lose the Jackson, I think. Oh, no. There we go. Jackson down. Panther's half health. Panther 14 with infantry. Fulton does the paratroopers. Panther 4, whatnot. Paratroopers scored almost taken up with the Panther 4. Sturm Pioneers caught, need to retreat. So many mines by Wuff, and they just haven't hit anything. Need to retreat the Sturm Pioneers soon and probably get some more to help repair the tanks faster. Now the Jackson for TwistedTootsy. Paratroopers on retreat. Panthers are moving ahead here for the Sherman, by the looks of it. Mines down there, stunning up the Panther just a bit. Veteran 2 gained on the Panther, increasing armor. Direct hit here on the Sherman. Panther 4 moving in as well. Good hit there, Sherman down to half health. Panther extra hit, needs to retreat, I think. Can't afford losing that one, Wuff. Veterans run the Panther 4. Sherman almost down, repairing or grabbing carve points. 199 versus 395. He's going to raid into the base here. Takes the Sherman. Could he go for the ambulance? Looks like he might just try it. Or not. There you go, ambulance getting away. Need to be careful. Packhouses will end up doing some damage. He's going for it though. He's going for it. Wuff is furious, but he's going to end up right in front of the Jackson. And his Panther 4 cannot win that one this time around due to not having enough health. And he can't blitz either. So instead of getting the ambulance, he might just have thrown away his Panther 4. He's just gained Veteran 2 as well there. Oh, shite. And he gets stuck in the house. A nasty loss there for Wuff, who cannot replace the tank now. Things are falling apart here. Fulton's moving westward here versus the Pathfinder. Well, the fuel point. The Pathfinders, of course, remain hidden and dangerous. The Kedmethers, machine guns for Wuff, desperately trying to pluck the capability gap he's suffering in his forces right now against the absolute sheer lunacy of TwistedTootsy. Whew. And they're just sort of having a nice time staring at the Germans. He could theoretically just try and call him an artillery barrage, but he's really fast and just hope TwistedTootsy or Wuff doesn't see it and then loses the unit. Do it, that'd be very nasty. 193 versus 184. By Kedmeth ready, machine gun on the way. Nothing happening in the cemetery. Paratroopers hold here by Wuff's 50 caliber machine gun. More mines being laid down there by TwistedTootsy. White phosphorus being laid down here to silence the machine gun crew. That's going to be a retreat there, I think, in the end. Too long to help to really do much more. Wuff's line of gun is constantly trying to hang away, but he's just not quite achieving the same results of the mag and pack howitzers. Still nothing there. Here, troops in reinforcing. Troops moving up here. And the Pathfinders just continue to watch. Panther's almost good to go. Still firing down, they're doing some nice damage to the paratroopers. It does force them to fall back there. So I guess that's a small relief here for Wuff. In a sea of grim developments, there's at least a small oasis of safety. You got the Panther going up though, Veteran 2. Lost a gun crew, looks like a machine gun crew bit. The dust, in fact, that was the 50 caliber crew finally going down there. Goes straight into the mine with the Panther. More mines from TwistedTootsy, very nice. A few players ever used this ability. You can see there, it slows down the Panther notably, even with Blitzkrieg for several seconds. Allowing the Jackson in this case to build up distance, going to allow him to have more guns to shoot it down, but there you go. Going forward, the Jackson with the Panther. Oh, exposed to rear. Still, he got the ambulance, I guess. He got the ambulance. Pack out there trying to take out the Panther. Paratroopers pushing with the cutoff point. Wuff has got one infantry squad left to form the footstool of the Storm Pioneers. Otherwise, very little left. I mean, his core unit right now is obviously the Panther. And he is under a lot of pressure. TwistedTootsy going to obviously try and close out here. Wuff's remaining hope. His last saviour. Can he do so? Can he save it? And the Panther is down. And with that, Wuff's chances of winning this just went down significantly. But Wuff is clearly still in the fight. He is refusing to give up in the face of TwistedTootsy, in the face of democracy. Wuff fights onwards. Perhaps hoping to see some sort of solution. Maybe let's learn some new things. Who knows? Some players just like to keep fighting, even when new things are looking very much against them. In part because they still figure they could still try and learn some new things, but just constantly not fighting. Maybe surprise the opponent somehow. Who knows? And there's some potential thoughts there. Shown away there for TwistedTootsy. Another truck for Wuff. Guess it's going to be mechanized, in which case theoretically could try and stall for the King Tiger. The opposite with the victory points he's got left, it's not going to look great. Oh, what's it called in there? They finally reel themselves and wipe Wuff's machine gun. Mines detonated as well. That is just 2 mines set off. Kaboom. The pain shows no end here for Wuff. The pain train keeps rolling. Sherman almost done it. Jackson almost fixed up as well here for TwistedTootsy. More machine guns for Wuff. He's just building them, I guess, in some sort of desperate hope that they will somehow machine gun his way to victory. In the south push here, finally getting some more harassment on. They're running to the paratroopers here. Close to Betsy 3. Quick grenade off. Hulkin is routed. Skirmishing around the centre. 109 points left here for Wuff versus TwistedTootsy 382. Jackson close to 52. Sherman moving about as well. 50 caliber being added. Jackson shoots at the infantry now. Apparently TwistedTootsy doesn't care if it's just blasting them pointlessly. Truck's done up here for Wuff. Looks like it's going to go for another spare planted quarters, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what he's hoping to achieve with that. Storm Pioneers routed. Mindset of killing another machine gun. Oh no. Things just keep looking rubbish here for Wuff. Keep on looking rubbish. Whatever frantic last stand he's making, it is collapsing faster than the House of Cards in an earthquake zone. TwistedTootsy, I think, is very much winning this. Obviously, he is winning this, but he is very much won this through and through. I do not see at this stage any chance for Wuff, I think, to turn this around. I think he's given up here. His force is doing nothing. We'll just space this out a bit. And now it's just salvaging. Wuff's just given up. He's just waiting for time to run out, I think. But there you go, GG, game over. A victory for TwistedTootsy, an absolutely crazy fight here, displaying some off-the-wall tactics and strategies as we come to use here for TwistedTootsy, but of course not just utterly random. There's clearly some mark of evil genius in them, including this lieutenant manned 5th pack counter here, making many strikes, and of course just constantly raiding the eastern base out there. Wuff, and again in that way being able to just completely change the focus of the fighting and force Wuff to have to only defend despite being on the attack. In this regard, TwistedTootsy definitely has displayed some very good tactical insight against Wuff. There's, I think, some good elements here to learn from this match. And I think had Wuff tried to attack from other angles, like TwistedTootsy did, he probably would have fared a bit better in the long run. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. And if you like what I do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon, like Peter did today. Links in the video description. Every donation helps me out a ton, so do consider. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you for watching. You all have a wonderful audience. Up till tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.